Imagine this. The year is 1943. The world is engulfed in the fires of World War II, a conflict of unimaginable scale and brutality. The Allies are locked in a desperate struggle against Hitler's war machine, a seemingly unstoppable force that threatens to consume all of Europe. Every day, the news from the front lines brings stories of sacrifice and loss. Victory seems distant, almost impossible. In the highest echelons of British command, a chilling realization is taking hold. To win this war, they need to do more than just fight battles on the ground. They need to strike a decisive blow, something so audacious and unexpected, it could change the course of the entire conflict. They need a miracle. The Allied strategists turn their gaze to the heart of Nazi Germany, to the industrial engine powering its armies. The Ruhr Valley. This region, known as the industrial heartland of the Reich, is a sprawling network of factories and churning out tanks, planes, and weapons, day and night. And what fuels this massive industrial complex? A series of colossal dams, the Emshin, the Eder, and the Sorp. The idea is simple, yet breathtakingly bold. If they can destroy these dams, they can cripple German industry, flood the valley, and deal a psychological and material blow from which the Nazis might never recover. But there's a problem, a huge one. These dams are engineering marvels, fortresses of concrete and steel, each one hundreds of feet thick. They're heavily defended by anti-aircraft guns and protected by massive torpedo nets stretched across the reservoirs. Conventional bombing raids have been tried before and have failed spectacularly. The bombs just bounce off or explode harmlessly in the water. The mission seems impossible. Any pilot flying low enough to even attempt a precise strike would be flying directly into a death. The mission is so secret, so dangerous, that it's given a simple, almost sterile code name, Operation Chastise. To the world and to history, it would become known by a more legendary name, the Dambusters Raid. This wasn't a mission for an army of thousands. This was a job for a select few. A new squadron is formed in absolute secrecy. No, 617, Squadron of the Royal Air Force. It is a hand-picked collection of the best and bravest bomber crews from across the Commonwealth, pilots from Britain, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. These men are young, some barely out of their teens, but they are seasoned veterans of the night skies over Germany. They are led by the charismatic 24-year-old Wing Commander Guy Gibson, a highly decorated pilot who has already completed over 170 missions. He knows the risks better than anyone, and he knows what he's asking of his men. They are told only that they are training for a top-secret, low-level night mission. They don't know the target. They don't know the full danger. But they know it's important. While the pilots train, another genius is at work. Entebans Vallis, a brilliant British aeronautical engineer. Vallis is a visionary, a man who sees solutions where others see only obstacles. He understands that a normal bomb won't work. So, he invents something entirely new, something straight out of science fiction. The upkeep bouncing bomb. It's a cylindrical mine, designed not to be dropped from high altitude, but to be spun backwards at 500 revolutions per minute and released at an incredibly low altitude, just 60 feet above the water. The spin would cause it to skip across the surface of the reservoir like a skimming stone, leapfrogging over the torpedo nets. Upon hitting the dam wall, the backspin would make it hug the concrete as it sank. A hydrostatic fuse would then detonate the bomb at a precise depth, where the water pressure would amplify the explosion's force, cracking the dam from its foundations. It's a theory of genius, but putting it into practice is a monumental challenge. The pilots of 617 Squadron have to learn to fly their massive 4NG Lancaster bombers in a way no one ever had before. They have to fly at night over enemy territory at a suicidal altitude of just 60 feet. To put that in perspective, that's lower than the tops of most trees. At Tots 8, hitting a power line or a church steeple means instant death. They have to maintain a precise airspeed of 232 miles per hour and release the bomb at an exact distance of 425 yards from the dam wall. There are no advanced computers or GPS. They have to do this with raw skill and makeshift tools. For altitude, they use two spotlights angled on their plane's wings, When the two beams converge into one spot on the water's surface, they know they are at exactly 60 feet. For aiming, they use a simple, Y-shaped wooden device that, when held up to the eye, lines up with the dam's towers at the perfect release point. For weeks, they practice over British reservoirs, flying dangerously low, honing their skills until they can perform these incredible feats of airmanship in their sleep. The night of May 16, 1943, arrives. The weather is clear. Wheat, a bright, full moon, perfect for a low-level attack, but also perfect for the German anti-aircraft gunners to see them coming. 19 Lancasters take to the skies, each carrying one of Wallace's bouncing bombs. The crews are finally briefed on their targets. The mood is a mixture of excitement, apprehension, and grim determination. They know the odds are against them. Many of them exchange letters and personal effects, a silent acknowledgement that they might not be coming back. As they fly in waves across the North Sea and into enemy territory, they fly at treetop level to avoid German radar. The journey itself is a battle, as they navigate flak barrages and enemy night fighters. Several planes are shot down before they even reach the dams. The first target is the mighty Im Chen Dam. Guy Gibson leads the attack himself, his Lancaster roaring over the still water of the reservoir. As he approaches, the dam erupts with anti-aircraft fire. Tracers light up the night sky, a curtain of deadly fire. Gibson's plane is rocked by explosions, but he holds at steady 60 feet, 232 miles per hour. He releases his bomb. It skips perfectly across the water, hits the dam, and sinks. A huge column of water erupts. But the dam holds. Gibson has a choice. He can return to base, his part of the mission done. Instead, he makes an incredibly brave decision. He circles back and flies alongside the next plane coming in for its attack, deliberately drawing the enemy's fire onto his own aircraft to give the other crew a better chance. One by one, the Lancasters attack. The second bomb hits, then third and fourth. Still, the dam holds. Finally, on the fifth run, a pilot named David Maltby drops his bomb. It strikes true. There is a blinding flash, and then a deep, rumbling groan. The colossal wall of concrete begins to crumble. A torrent of water, over 130 million tons of it, bursts through the breach. A tidal wave, 30 feet high, thunders down the valley, wiping out power stations, factories, and bridges in its path. The MCN has been broken. Meanwhile, another group of Lancasters is heading for the Eder Dam. This target is even more difficult. It's nestled in a deep, winding valley, surrounded by steep hills, making the approach almost impossible. The pilots have to make a steep dive into the valley, level out for a few seconds to drop the bomb, and then pull up sharply to avoid crashing into the hills on the other side. The first few attempts fail. Finally, a young pilot, Les Knight, on his last attempt before having to turn back, makes a perfect run. His bomb hits the mark. The Eder Dam, too, is breached. A second devastating flood is unleashed upon the industrial heart of Germany. A third group attacks the Sorp Dam, a different type of earth dam, and manages to damage it, though not breach it. The mission is a stunning success, but it comes at a terrible cost. Of the 19 bombers that set out, 8 do not return. 53 crewmen are killed, and 3 are captured and become prisoners of war. That's a casualty rate of over 40%. These were 53 of the most skilled and courageous airmen in the world, lost in a single night. When the surviving crews return to base, they are exhausted and grief-stricken, mourning the loss of their friends. But they are also met as heroes. News of the raid spreads like wildfire. It's a massive propaganda victory for the Allies, a much-needed morale boost that shows the world that the heart of Germany is not untouchable. Operation Chastise proved that, with ingenuity, courage, and incredible skill, even the most impossible missions could be achieved. The Dambusters Raid remains one of the most legendary and inspiring stories of World War II. It's a testament to the brilliance of Barnes-Wallace's engineering and the unbelievable bravery of the pilots of 617 Squadron. They were ordinary men who were called upon to do something extraordinary, and they rose to the challenge, Knowing the immense risks, they flew into the jaws of death